Hello everyone, this is Erik, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Legendary Weapons of China, a Hong Kong action movie from 1982 that was directed by Lau Kar Leung and stars Gordon Liu, Kara Hui, and Hsiao Ho. Now, Ti Hao, played by Hsiao Ho, is a pupil of Master Ti, a high-ranking member of a Boxer clan during the time of the Boxer Rebellion. Ti Tan, played by Gordon Liu, is a member of a competing Boxer clan who has successfully trained his students to resist penetration from swords, but he sacrifices them by experimenting with techniques to resist bullets. That's got to be pretty tough, if you're going to stand there and take bullets and survive. That's kind of a tough game plan or a goal to achieve, obviously. This appalls his niece, played by Kara Hui. Meanwhile, you get this old pugilist master, played by Lau Kar Leung himself, who left to form another branch and has dissolved that branch and gone into hiding. Now, unfortunately, this older guy is proclaimed a traitor by the powers that be and is targeted for execution. So our protagonists go out to find and eliminate him. So the plotting has certain similarities to some old school kung fu flicks and samurai flicks because it introduces quite a few characters early on. Makes it a little bit difficult to track everything, but it clears up soon after. You just gotta stick with it, or maybe rewatch the opening 20 minutes again. But there are some neat non-action things and scenes early on. There's a voodoo ritual scene that's pretty neat. There's the, of course, bullet immunity test scene for Gordon Liu with what he's attempting to accomplish here. And then, speaking of black magic, Alexander Fusheng shows up and gets a funny scene near the middle of the film where someone takes control of his body with the voodoo ability, which is pretty neat and fun to watch. But again, this movie was directed by Lau Kar Leung, and to no one's surprise, the fight scenes are top-notch. The first big highlight is pretty early on, actually, when Kara Hui is spying on someone, and they're in this building, and she's up top in the crawl space area. And there's another spy that's in the crawl space. And they have to fight each other in this crawl space while attempting to be quiet, because there's people, including Gordon Liu, just in the building itself. So they don't want to... They're fighting each other, but they don't want to notify the people below them that they're up there, because they're spies. And it was a really cool scene. And, eventually Gordon Liu, I won't spoil it for you, but let's just say some interaction occurs between the people on the lower level and the spies above. And it's really cool how how that scene is structured. And then, obviously, some of the best stuff is saved for the final half hour, loaded with action. You get a 3-on-1 fight involving Gordon Liu, and that has some insanely creative attacks. There are some strategies in this film that I've never seen before in any other movie. You just sit there like, wow, I've never seen that attack before, that strategy. But it's pretty neat. I'll avoid spoiling that stuff for you. And then we have the big finale, which is a fantastic display of a variety of weapons. So what are the legendary weapons of China that are kind of referenced in this film? Well, I found a list on the internet. You basically have a 3-section staff, a single butterfly sword, a rattan shield, a tiger fork, a staff, a monk's spade, double crutches, double daggers, a 3-section chain whip, a Chinese spear, double-edged sword, twin broadswords, something called a quan dao, snake halberd, a battle axe, double hammers, double tiger hook swords, and a rope dart. So these, you get a nice variety of stuff, especially during the finale, when you get you basically get a duel between two people, and people are giving them new weapons to use throughout the fight. So you get this really cool variety in the finale and throughout the film. There's a bunch of different weapons that you'll see showcased, it makes this film a lot of fun to watch and quite creative. So that's really all there is to say about this. Legendary Weapons of China, it checks the boxes and what you want in a film like this. It has a solid, charismatic cast, and it has very satisfying fights. So if you're into kung fu movies at all, check it out. And I recommend seeking out the Region 3 DVD with English subtitles. I've never actually seen this dubbed, I don't think, but I've heard the dub is it's a little dodgy. So try to watch it in its original language with subtitles. Maybe do a double feature with 8 diagram pole fighter. And as always, we'll see you next time.